evening, viewers, and welcome to another episode of Hotspot. First up, congratulations to our very own Sharon Kwarula, who recorded a time of 8.01 seconds in the Lone Star Indoor Conference Championships and will be jetting off to compete in Poland. So without further ado, we've got a lot lined up for the show tonight. The quiet time of Kimber witnessed the prestigious Pacific MMI Kimber Sevens tournament that was held last month. The tournament has been attracting teams from Port Moresby, Lae, Madang, and the Arama Coast, and the autonomous region of Bougainville. Home favorites, the Pacific MMI Rebels, came out winners in the cup final. After that, we joined Salosi Druma to wrap up the first Women's National Provincial Championships that was held in Port Moresby, as well as the upcoming Men's NPC. And for our athletes profile for tonight, we caught up with the aspiring Ben Tirang and his ambition to be a PNG Mosquito. That's a mall of footy lineup. Before we go for our first break, let's join Fabian as he wraps up the Pacific MMI Kinder 7, taking us to the break. See you on the other side.
We are bringing to you the Pacific MMI Rugby Sevens tournament from the Kimber Rugby Oval in the Old Palm province of West New Britain. And now we bring you some updates. Kimber, the capital of the Oil Palm province, was the host of the recent Pacific MMI Rugby Sevens tournament. Heavy rain didn't interfere the two-day tournament as the 16 teams pressed the button, rolling it out on the wet field. 8 locals and the rest from outside centres, newcomers SLS Coast from Port Moresby, with regulars Aroma Coast, Black Orchids, Lae Harlequins, Medgowns and Rebels, Royals and Vikings. West New Britain Rugby Football Union President Freddie Mattis officially kicked off the tournament. Vikings and West New Britain's Dami Crocs played the opener, Vikings giving it a good slide, scoring the first try through Jesse 10, Ivan Phillip. Vikings won 12-7. Now the finals, the Bowl Challenge, a crowd entertaining match between Black Orchids 2 rookies and Talasik Coast. Fly half Clive Murana maintained his team's lead till full time 27-5. In the plate, Black Orchids registered the first try through Jesse 6, Nathan Baramun, defeating Vikings 25-17, walking away with the 4,000 kina prize money. And now the cup final. Rebels secured the top after defeating Black Orchids 10-5 in the quarter-final and Lae Harlequins in the semi-final 12-5. It was victory, says Rebels captain Gina Ponda, after the team recorded some losses last year.
But this time, we have good challenge lo. We play team 1 and team 2. Lo strong spirit lo, mangi lo game le.
But for Black Orchids, the slogan "We love our island rugby" says it all. Captain Hubert Chera says playing rugby is not about win, but about experiences. WNBRFU President has thanked the major sponsor, Pacific MMI Insurance, for its continuous support in promoting rugby union in the province.
Pacific MMI Kimber Rebels we've been dominating sevens throughout probably a 5-6 year period. The boys have been training hard, and with Pacific MMI insurance sponsorship have enabled us to do that with all the travel involved and all the hard work involved.
And now, to maintain the future Kimby Rebels, major plans are in place to introduce the Pacific in Union and promote junior development programs.
What we need to do is to really work on schools and developing the skills while the children are still the young age.
And that's all we have for the Pacific MMA Rugby 7th tournament in West New Britain Province. Pleasant viewing. I'm Fabian Hakalitz. Bye for now.
Welcome back. In the nation's capital, despite the weather, rugby fans and supporters came out to witness the Women's National Provincial Championships over the weekend. Rugby fans in Port Moresby will once again be enticed with another weekend of rugby action, with the Kramer-Osenko brothers commemorating their 40 years in rugby, a weekend away from the National Provincial Championships.
Over the weekend, the Women's National Provincial Championships wrapped up the two-day tournament with a pool of talent for selection. Spartans came out as the National Provincial Champions, while the Young Black Orchids outfit bagged the Under-15s and Under-19 titles.
The National Women's Championship was held at the Monia Rugby Park last weekend, and I think it was a success based on the number of teams that took part, because it included both the open women plus the under 15 and the under 19. It was really entertaining to see the autonomous region of Bougainville team that turned up both in the under 15 and under 19. And also some new teams that came across to participate, the teams from the Highlands region. It was a combined team from girls from Hagen, from Goroka, and also a girl from Ley. And also the Madang team, their first time to attend a national championship. And also we had girls from Australia that put their hand up to participate in the only interest to try and be selected for the national team.
After much anticipation, the CPL PNG Palais have named their 16-member training squad. Mad Gowns, Brisbane-based Amelia Cook and Maluga Dixon are among the 6 debutants. From the 12 teams set for the Hong Kong Sevens, the Palais are up against the Brazilians and South Africans in Pool B. Celebrating their 40th year in rugby, the Kramer-Osenko brothers will host a 7th tournament this weekend at the Monia Rugby Park in Port Moresby.
Yes, the NPC will be at Monia Rugby Park again. It'll be staged on the 15th and the 16th of March. At the moment, we are confirming the number of teams. Most of the affiliated unions are going to be taking part. We've got some spaces for some teams that we've invited. The surprising one will be the one from the golf team. We will be very interested to see them because, you know, most of our former great football players from that region, and it will be very interesting to see them for the first time to take part in our National Provincial Championship. We've also got teams from the Arama Coast, plus there's a team called the Cowboys. They took part in the Kimber Sevens. Most of them are from the Gulf region as well. So at the moment we're looking at 16 teams because that'll fit in our format. So far we've got 12 teams that are confirmed.
Veterans Lay Hammerheads have been a team to reckon with. Being last year's champs, the 16-member team will be relying on experience and strength in hope to keep the title for another year. And Puk Puk's youngster, Wesley Valley, will bring flair to the tournament with his 12-member team from Mendi come next weekend for the National Provincial Championships.
Mendi Rugby Union, they've been attending, this will be their second time to attend our national championship. The first one was last year in Lay. They have also been attending other sevens tournaments like the Madang Sevens this year, and last year they attended that. So this will be their second NPC anyway, so they'll be attending. The NPC men's championship will be a final selection. Sorry, it will be the tournament to finalize our team for the Commonwealth Games. We are trying to finalize a sponsorship for that tournament. We haven't got one yet, but at the moment it's PNG RFU who's going to be, because it's their tournament, so they'll be covering the cost for the tournament. But the teams that are coming are on their own cost. We are only assisting them through negotiating with potential sponsors who can help them. But otherwise, yeah, the tournament is the PNG RFU tournament, so PNG RFU will solely covering the tournament.
The Madang Madgowns, the infamous Kimber Rebels, Goroka Silverbacks, Gulf Yokea, Daru Stingrays and Arama Coast are all set to take part in this weekend's Kramer Osenko Brothers Sevens tournament.
Go!
Congratulations to all 16 women who have been selected in the CPL PNG Palai squad, and we wish them and the coaching staff the best in their preparations for the Hong Kong Sevens. Join me on the other side with our athletes profile. If you have just joined us, you're watching Hotspot. We kick off our athletes profile tonight by looking at Sharon Quarula. Here's Mike Koime with more.
PNG Sharon Quarula heads to Poland this week full of confidence after setting a Lone Star Indoor Conference Championship record of 8.01 seconds and winning the 55-meter hurdles event last Saturday in Lubbock, Texas. Sharon helped the team to a school record of 3 minute 47.59 seconds in winning the 4x400 meter relay. Quarula, who is a student at West Texas University, will compete in the 60-meter hurdles event and will be up against the best in the world, including Olympic champion Sally Pearson of Australia. Sharon is well prepared, having run a total of 8 sprint hurdles races indoors this season and improving her 60-meter hurdles times from 8.83 seconds last year to a best of 8.68 this season. It will be Quarula's second World Indoor Championship, having competed in Istanbul in 2012.
We now take a look at an aspiring AFL star, 17-year-old Ben Tirang, who hails from the East New Britain province. The young lad hasn't looked back since he was scouted from the Coca-Cola Pathway team in 2010.
My name is Ben Tirang. I'm 17 years of age. I come from East New Britain province, but I'm based in Mount Again. Started through the Coca-Cola Talent Pathway back in 2010. So I worked my way through the schoolboys program up, represented the country for the first time in the under-14s back in 2010. So from there I went on doing my grade 9 and 10 up in Mount Again Park Secondary. So from there I After graduating at grade 10, I got picked up by the AFL Academy program in 2011. So in 2012, I moved up to De La Salle Secondary down in Port Moresby to do my grade 11. And then I went on doing my grade 12 at Jubilee Catholic Secondary. Been playing footy for the past 4 years now. So after graduating from Jubilee last year, I got picked up again by AFL to do scholarship down in Australia. Yeah. I think the first interest would be representing your country, which is somewhat it's kind of an honor, you know, at a younger age, representing your country at state level in Queensland. And the other stuff that it went on learning during footy is discipline. You know, both on and off the field, where footy, you know, teaches you. The other thing is respect for other players. You know, footy just don't cover, you know, one race of people. We have people, indigenous people playing here, people from all over the world coming to play. So, you know, respect for other races and culture and stuff. That's one important thing that I've learned from footy. Health especially. You know, they teach you how to take care of your body when you're playing and stuff, how to recover from playing. The other major thing would also be leadership. Teaches how to, footy teaches kids at a young age to, you know, take responsibility and stay off things like alcohol and drugs and stuff. So that's pretty some of the good stuff that I learned from footy. Largest youth development program in PNG, where, you know, we not only the development of kids start at a pretty young age, you know, and I've come through the program and I've seen the impact that AFL has done in the lives of kids in PNG. Some of them went on getting scholarships in Australia. So it's a pretty good thing they're doing. So, and all the credit goes back to AFL for taking the initiative of bringing AFL, which is not generally the biggest sport in PNG, but it's doing a pretty good job. A future career. At this stage, some of the short-term goals would be making the World Cup team, the World Cup later on this year, making on to the other state teams down in Australia and stuff. So it's some of the short-term ones, but the long-term goals I'm looking at, you know, possibly making it to the AFL. That's what I'm looking at. Yeah, I think the one thing I've learned is, like, from coaches and stuff, when they're trying to teach us to play footy, it's really good to pay attention to what they're saying. And at a younger age, you know, where we're still learning and getting information at that age will make you, better when you grow up. So just listen to what they're saying, stay off alcohol and drugs, you know, smoking, bit on chewing and stuff. So that way we're going to keep developing up the program, possibly getting on scholarship.
And I'm sure there's a few Jason Ackermanis, Nick Raywolds, and Adam Goods yet to be discovered, kicking a few sixes out in the yard. Stay tuned as we wrap up things after these short messages. We've come to the end of another great show, but before we do, let's take a look at our weekend hotspots.
Under 16 matches will start off the day as the Women's Softball League continues. Then it's straight to the B-grade matches with Wolves and Admiralty and Gazelle Yokomo on Diamond 2. While on Diamond 3 at 1:30 p.m, Cebu and United Sisters will battle it out with only 3 points separating both teams. And in the NSL, Eastern Stars and Oro will face a baptism of fire when they head to Ley to take on Besta and Gigera Laitepo Morobe respectively, with the St. Ignatius Kilage Stadium hosting the matches, while Hekari take on Ley at Bisini at 3 p.m. and Admiralty on a bye.
That's all we got for tonight's Hotspot. Do check out our page on Facebook, and for all the weekend sporting results, tune in to Coca-Cola Sports Scene on Monday night for all your sporting action and results. We'll leave you with highlights of the Women's National Provincial Championships. For all you Port Moresby residents, Monia Rugby Park will be our hotspot for the weekend, and we'll catch you same time, same place here on Hotspot.